good night, everyone. We
Yes.
are Metal Minded Podcast. Sometime we're a little funny, sometime we're a little drunk, but we're always live and we're always metal. So, tonight, band from Montreal doing in the old school heavy metal called the band called Metalian, and tonight we have with us Ian, Metal Ian. to speak with
Sir.
us. How you doing?
Very good.
There we go. That's the
That's
spirit.
perfect. I love it.
I'm already loving this podcast.
Honored to be here, man. Honored.
Yeah,
Cool.
man.
Absolutely.
We're glad to see you to have you with us too. So we always start with
The important stuff.
important stuff. We started like it's always very serious. Yelene, what are you drinking tonight?
Well, I don't know. I had a bunch of products in my fridge from a microbrasserie called L'Ermite, and I hadn't tried them in a while. So I have three different products by the same brewery. I'm going to start by their Marzen beer, which is a red ale, a red lager of German inspiration. So I really enjoy the style usually. So this should be quite good. Ian, what are you consuming with us tonight?
Oh, it's a very impressive drink of choice. I'd like to call it Dead Diet Beer.
Diet beer.
Sleeman's 2.0 clear lime.
There you go. That's fine. It's for mass consumption, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
These things are running off the shelf. They're hard to find. I'm telling you.
Quantity over quality.
And I'm drinking in my
Yeah.
new Trou du Diable glass that I was given by the rep this week. Christmassy, and it even has like the devil tail on the back, which is
Nice.
pretty cool.
Nice, very cool.
So yeah, shout out to my rep by Trou du Diable, Martin. He's a really cool dude. He always brings nice gifts. I have a really cool shirt that he gave me a while back too. Awesome stuff. Simon, are you drinking anything tonight?
No, I'm coffee.
You're on
Finishing coffee, and I'll
So-
stick to water. Yeah.
So what's in your coffee though? Explain to us what you put in your coffee.
So it's a single espresso long with a little bit of cashew milk and some brown sugar.
There you go, fancy schmancy.
As fucking hipster as it can get. That's what it
pretty
is. That's me. Yeah, I'm kind of a little. I got my little finger up when I drink coffee.
There you
Coffee,
go.
I make, like my friend calls me and him we're coffee snobs.
Coffee snobs, yes.
So we don't go to that that pagan place called the Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons is the worst coffee you can get.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
it's
Disgusting.
sad that McDonald's coffee is better than Tim Hortons.
Exactly. The dark roast McDonald's coffee is actually really good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Even the Americano at McDonald's is fairly decent.
There you
For the
go. Yeah,
price.
for like a cheap coffee type
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah,
It's the best place to go grab a quick one.
Yeah, I'd rather go there than Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons tell you, I don't know, it tastes almost like.
Burnt.
Yeah, well, it tastes like there's chemicals in it. It
It's hit or
doesn't taste
miss.
real, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Pretty
gotta
much
know
so.
the thing is, you gotta know the good Tim Hortons to go to, right? They're
Yeah,
not- all
where
Tim
the
Hortons are not
staff
created
actually
equal.
know what to do.
Yeah, yeah. There's some of them that they always send them the B staff, the B team.
Yeah.
You ask for one cream, two sugar, and you get 2 cream, 1 sugar. Like, God,
Oh god, one cream is like 10 cream over there.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I always, if I have to go to Tim Hortons, if it's the only place I can get a coffee, I always get the stuff on the side. I'm like,
Yeah.
just
Do
give me
your
the stuff on the
DIY.
side.
A little trivia from our friend in China. Felix is in the chat right now, and he says, "Hey guys, a little bit of trivia for you. There's actually Tim Hortons in China now,
What?
and they're super fucking popular.
Wow. Crazy.
That is some crazy trivia, man."
Don't
And
tell Trudeau.
He says they've been having him for the past 3 years now, and they like grow like crazy everywhere. So there's a bunch of Tim Hortons there in China. So that's pretty
Wow.
cool. Shout out to everyone in the chat tonight. You guys look very alive and very into it. So very cool to see all of you. Seb says hi to everyone here, and he says hi to you, Ian, saying Hi, sir. I'll say in
Which
French.
set?
Allô, monsieur de Metalian qui fait du bon thrash.
Hey, merci.
Hey, and there's one of my Cruel Fate band member that's in the chat tonight, and he says that c'est vrai pour le Tim Horton.
C'est vrai.
Ouais,
Nice.
Martin
Yep.
JC. Salut Martin. Je suis content que tu sois là en live.
Very, very cool to see all of these people. So obviously, just a little, don't forget, guys, go check out our sponsors. Go give them a like, a little thumbs up there, follow their stuff. It doesn't cost anybody anything to just follow YouTube pages, Facebook pages, and be sure to share, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. That would be really fucking cool.
Pretty
We're
close.
We're pretty close. We're at 850. So just one last push, people. Just go like that stuff, share that stuff to everyone, and we should be good. Actually, there's like 2,000 people in our metal minded group. If everyone just did the subscribe, we'd be good. So just share it. Make sure you tell your friends to come on here and talk metal with us. That would be really cool. So next segment is obviously what's up lately, what we've been having fun listening to, watching, reading, playing video games, whatever. So a little roundtable about what's up lately. Simon, what's been tickling your fancy?
Yeah, not a whole lot because everything I've been listening to is the stuff we're going to review next week, so I can't really talk about it.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna do a shout out, even though I said it on Wednesday. That fucking Bulldozer and Disease show in Ottawa was fucking crazy, amazing. And the first band too. I didn't talk a lot about the first band. The first band was called Demiser. They're from, I know they're from the States. I don't know from where exactly, but very good, like black, old school black trash kind of deal, black and trash. So it was pretty good, and they seem pretty young too. But the singer just had the perfect style, you know. He felt like he was coming back of like 85, you know. Like lots of leather, lots of spikes, lots of, you know, he had the aviator sunglasses and everything, and you know, it was just perfect. But yeah, Bulldozer was pretty good. Deceased was pretty good too. So that was good. And one thing I'm gonna say that I lived today. It's been the first time in like 15 years that I buy a new pair of Doc Martens, and I forgot how fucking shitty it is to break them in. So I wore them all day in the house, you know. I'm like, oh man, that's painful. I forgot how not fun it is. So, but you know, because you know, they last for a long time. So
yeah, they do.
Yeah,
once
so,
you break them
especially
in,
if you if you take really good care of them, you bring them to like un cordonnier.
Well, you bring it to chez Jerry and Hall, our sponsor.
Our sponsor,
he's the best.
We still have some of these for sale that he made, all in leather. If people want some, we still have some.
Great gift for
great stocking gift, right? You put that in your husband's stocking, your wife's stocking. There you go. You have coasters.
Yeah, and also on Thursday we can't really talk about it, but it's not we're not sure what's happening. But
you could say what we did.
Yeah, we can we say where though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So me, Yolin, and Jean on Thursday morning, you guys saw it on our social medias, but we went to Gallicus microbrewery to make something.
I think our social media was pretty clear what it was.
That might have the Metal Minded brand on it, maybe. And it's gonna come out right before Christmas too, so you guys, you know, it's a good gift.
First week of December, actually, we're gonna have it.
Everything goes as planned. First week of December. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Simon had a blast filming everything we did that day, so you'll see me sweating and working real hard there, while Simon just films me.
Yeah, you know, that's the good part of filming. Anyway, so that was pretty much it for me this week. I didn't listen to a lot of music, so.
Perfect. Ian, what's been up with you? What have you been listening to, watching, reading, whatever?
yeah. Well, let's see. I've watching Ted Lasso lately. That's a pretty great show.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
a show about like a football coach that gets hired to run a soccer team in England.
Yep.
And it's fucking hilarious. The guy from the Saturday Night Live.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I like I listen to a lot of talk radio when I'm working. And,
Okay.
but yeah, like local bands, we played Barney Festival in September,
Yep.
and like Azeel, it blew me away from Ottawa. I don't know if you're familiar with Azeel. It's like a great band. And
Zeal?
Azeel is like
Azeel.
Asile. Yeah. It's like members from
Oh, like in
Bachelor
French,
Pad.
like Azil.
Azil, yeah, probably, yeah.
Okay.
He also has
Yeah.
a band. My buddy Patty has a band called Durs Kurs too. And
Okay.
my roommate just bought this band here. He doesn't have it there anymore. Kisser from Finland. It's pretty wicked, man. It's
Okay.
called Kisser, Kisser. It's like I don't know, 70s rock. There's a video of them playing like outdoor festival, and they're all decked out with makeup and all the sequins outfits and everything. And then there's like 10 people with their kids dancing in the grass for them. It's so
Nice.
But the music is great. It's awesome. It's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff coming out of Finland. I'm noticing.
Nice.
Something about that, yeah. Like
Very cool.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to mention?
In particular, I mean, Midnight just played here with Merciful Fate.
Yeah, were you there?
I wasn't there. The bass player Andres went there. I guess Jamie from Midnight put him on the guest list, and I'm just happy for them, man. We played with them before, and for them to be playing in like a stadium with Merciful Fate, that's so crazy. It's so awesome.
Yeah,
shout out to them, man.
It's a big hype for them. They're on a big like hype right now. Midnight are doing great.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's so cool. Even it was my roommate's birthday on the weekend, and the old guitar player from Midnight was here, and we were partying with him, and he was at the show, and like, it was just like, I don't know. I'm very happy for them, put it that way.
Very cool.
Yeah. Very cool, yeah.
All right.
Imagine you're playing Center Bell.
Yeah.
Fucking with Merciful Fate.
Yeah.
Like,
even
a band that just we play with the Catacombs.
With the king, man. With the king.
Yeah, fucking right.
No, exactly.
The Diamond King of the Diamonds.
Yep.
even if you're just opening the show, your opening sound bev. That's awesome. I don't. Was Midnight opening though? No. Was there a band before them?
I think there was another band.
I think another band.
But still, fuck.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like one time we played at a festival in Germany, and we were the first. It was called the Keep It True Festival.
Okay.
We were the first band of the day, so we were playing at noon. And it was Saturday. Like people partied Friday. There's shows all night. People are tented out and all that. So since we were the first band, we were the ones that they asked to do a sound check for, like the line check for all the everything. And playing that festival, you weren't allowed to play covers. You had to just play your original material. But since it was a sound check, we were like, well, let's play fucking Tyrant, Judas Priest, just to get our sounds going. And fuck, man, like everybody woke up. They told us after we played, they're like, we heard someone playing Tyrant, and everybody just like ran to the stage. And like by the time we played, first band of the day, it was full. Like, so it was amazing.
Nice. So you hyped everyone up with that Judas Priest song there.
Totally. And then we sold all our merch for the whole tour in 10 minutes after that show. Like,
holy shit.
We got off stage and our tour manager was like, you got to sign autographs. We have no more merch. It's crazy, isn't that?
Wow. That is amazing.
That was our big like stadium. Well, we played a couple other festivals, but yeah.
Very cool. So did you have anything else that you've been listening or watching that you want to mention?
Oh yeah, I watch a lot of true crime stuff. Like, I saw the Dahmer stuff and all that. But it's weird how like entertaining it is, even though it's kind of a guilty pleasure. It's like
it's a fucked up thing.
Feel
to
bad
enjoy.
for the people that were involved in it, but yeah, it's like this is super entertaining and addictive.
Yep.
I kind of dig the way things are going right now with like internet TV, like growing up where you just had your cable and you try to find a good show, but now you can choose anything you want and you can watch the whole series in like one day or 2 series in one day, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying that. It's nice for your downtime, like just relax and just veg out.
Yep. That's perfect stuff, man.
Yeah. Everybody needs that.
Exactly. So, anyways, for my part, what I've been digging lately, our good friend Pyre from the band Altatas sent me something because he watches every single one of our episodes. He's always there, and he knows that I like a good voice that varies a lot. Like, depending any style, actually, if the voice is like always on the same tone, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be fucking bored. So he sent me a black metal atmospheric band called Ul, so Houle. They're from France, I believe, and it's an EP 4-track. It's fucking insane. The vocalist in that, she's just fucking bonkers. She goes everywhere. It's super creepy, black metal, really intense. And what's really cool is it's very pirate-esque. It's all about water. There's always like water sounds in the background or outros that like go onto water. So it's really, really interesting stuff. I really enjoyed it. I listened to it 3 times today already. And he sent it this morning. I was like, holy shit, what a discovery. So thank you, Pyre, for that great discovery. Because of the review we're doing next week, we had to switch one of the albums because one of the albums, weirdly enough, when there's a release date, usually the release date is CDs and digital at the same time. But no, not this band. They decided it was a release date for CD only. Digital is coming in a month. So we can't review the album we were going to review. So we switched it up to Untimely Demise, which is a band I know. I've hung out with the guys. I've played a few shows with them. They're from Canada. Really cool. But some of the guys in the band are in this band called Into Eternity. And I've always enjoyed Into Eternity. So I went back to their stuff and I listened to it. Yeah, and I went
that guy when he sings really high. Yeah, remember when he sings really high, his tongue comes out like a frog or something.
Exactly. That's Stu Block. He actually for a while he left Into Eternity because he became the singer for Iced Earth for a few albums.
Oh wow. Yeah, so, that guy's crazy vocalist.
Exactly. So Stu Block is back, and so I went back to my Into Eternity. I really enjoyed listening to that. My son has been saving up for 2 years to buy himself a really great gift. He wanted a PS5 for the longest time. And my buddy actually found one at a good price and he bought it. So he got the God of War edition. So he finally bought his PS5 with his own money. Exactly. But he bought it with his own money. A 9-year-old
amazing
bought this thing with his money that he saved.
High five.
Years. Yep. So I'm really proud of him. He's really proud of himself. And he just started the game earlier, the God of War, the new one. Wow, man, the graphics are so crazy. It's like watching a movie, just interactive movie. So that was really, really cool.
Is that allowed to play with it too, or since it's it's his PlayStation, he has to decide?
Sharing is caring.
Let's just say I have him 1 week on 2, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So the week he's not there,
well, maybe he's gonna bring it with him.
I don't think so. You should see how fucking big the PS5 is. It's insane.
Yeah,
it's like it's crazy big. So just traveling with that, you need to like buy a travel case or something.
Honestly, keep the box.
Oh yeah, for sure. I keep all my boxes, man.
Like Andre is a bass player. He had a PS4 from like 2000. I don't remember, like 12 or something. But because he had the box, like he bought it for $80. He sold it for like $500 or something because it's collector's thing or something. They want the box.
Yeah, exactly.
They have the box.
Gotta have the box.
Yeah.
It's like your old games. Like I have a SNES game in box and it's worth over $100 just because it's in the goddamn box.
You got the stupid cardboard box.
Yeah, exactly. I have it in a plastic casing too. Like the box is in a plastic casing.
That's good. This is the next level.
Exactly. But last thing I wanted to mention that was really cool. I went and watched an Oscar nominated movie that I had on my list for a long time. Well, it came out in 2017 called Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. That movie is shocking. It's amazing. Like the movie starts out and
That's
this
the
woman,
title.
yeah,
Three billboards outside
Ebbing, Missouri.
Epping,
Yep.
Missouri.
Yep. And it's about a woman that pays for three billboards to put advertisement on them for a year. And on the billboards, she goes against the police force because her daughter was raped and killed. And no one has been doing anything. So she literally like writes on the billboards what the fuck is going on type deal.
Yeah.
And it starts a series of events that are pretty crazy. The actors in that movie are insane, starting with like Woody Harrelson and Sam Rockwell.
Oh, wow.
Frances McDormand, I don't know if you guys know her, but she's the main actress for the movie, and she was like the main actress in Fargo. She was also in one of my favorites, which is Burn After Reading. Really like that movie.
She's in
So-
the van movie too, like the van life movie.
Maybe. I don't think I've seen that one though.
It's like
What's it
indie
called?
film.
Moonrise
I can't remember.
Kingdom?
Not
No,
sure. It's
not
all
that
about
one.
people that like live out of their vans.
Maybe, but
There's a girl
I'm
from
not-
Fargo, like
Okay, well-
the cop in Fargo, you mean, like the pregnant cop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Her.
Well, anyways, if you want to watch something really impactful
Yeah,
and
that sounds
pretty
cool.
insane,
What's it streaming on?
it was Netflix. Let me
Netflix.
check real quick. I believe it was Netflix. No, it was Disney Plus. Sorry, Disney Plus. So that's where I
Yeah,
watched
they're putting out more stuff for adults.
Well, yeah, now they have the 18 plus section and they have all of the Sony stuff on there, I believe.
Yeah.
So now there's a bunch of stuff. So it's pretty good. Joel in chat says that his son brings his PS5 back and forth. He has a Switch at his mom's place. So I believe the Switch has never come here. So he keeps the Switch at home and I have the PS5 here because we actually paid a part of it. Like it was 800 some. I told him if he had 600, I'd pay the extra 200. So that was my part on that. So I get
Amazing.
about $200 worth of game time on the PlayStation.
You paid for that at least.
I paid for that amount of game time.
Yeah.
The first game that actually ran on the PlayStation when we opened it up is Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Got to play classic, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, that was it for me. So obviously after that we go into the interview part. So let's talk Metalian. Let's talk history. Just a brief history. How did you create the band? A few things just from there to here.
I'm from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Yep.
So I grew up playing music. My first band I was like 12 years old, playing punk music, and eventually like started getting more into metal. And when I moved to Montreal when I was like 19, and we still had punk bands, but we started covering more like Motorhead, Black Sabbath. We're kind of getting a little heavier, and then got into Judas Priest, and like realized I could sing high, and we were like learning at the same time. We were getting better at guitar, learning how to do harmonies and stuff like that. We're like, man, we should fucking start a band like that. That would be amazing. No one was doing it. It was like 2002 or whatever. So yeah, we had like the original lineup for a few albums until I guess about 2008 or something like that. Around there, one by one. The original bass player has 5 kids now. He had to go. He had 2 sets of twins, man. He's like, I gotta go.
2 sets of twins.
Yeah. That's Edmonton. He's a bus driver, a school bus driver in Edmonton.
Nice.
Double trouble.
Just like Otto from The Simpsons. It's awesome. And so one by one, another guy got married. Things happen. So the current lineup, we've been together for like 10 years now or something.
Mm-hmm.
5 albums, just solid dudes. And we've done like 4 albums together, I think. Toured a bunch. Just
Pretty
fucking
cool.
We love it. Like I'm very aware how fortunate I am to have like a good band, like a good group of guys. So it's like family,
Exactly.
cool.
Well, it's Being in a band is like married to 4 or 5 different people at the same time.
Yeah.
It's you have a close
I know
relationship.
though, I've been in a lot of bands, you know, and I'm aware of like band drama that happens and egos get in the way and this and that. But like with us, we're really good communicators, I guess, or something. We're just like it's really smooth sailing. Like, you know, even writing music is just like we just show up and jam, and it's like, oh, that's a good, and record it, and it's like that's a song. You know, it's just like it's weird, but it's that easy. Like, you know, so pretty cool.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So obviously talk about your sound, your style. You just said Judas Priest switched on in your
Yeah,
mind, like you were
but kind
listening
of
to that
maintaining that punk mentality too. You know, I still love punk rock, like,
punk rock
like
lifestyle, punk rock,
yeah,
everything.
like yeah, just yeah, mentality, I guess, but also like want to keep the I don't know. So we've been called speed metal before, you know, like,
Yeah.
or like power metal, or like I don't even know. No, I really don't know. I just like I would want to like do the solo thing and sing high and rock out and just have a good time, you know.
You
So
just want to do your thing. That's it.
yeah,
That's all.
and like I'm not like that interview I did yesterday is it's asking me if I'm conscious of like, oh, it's just like you're singing more soulful on that, or like you sound like this band, and are you conscious? I'm not. I was like, I'm completely unconscious. Like I don't want to be conscious of anything. I just let it come as it goes, you know. Like I don't know. It's I don't overthink. I'm not trying to incorporate this kind of sound and that kind of sound. It's just like the way it happens is just organic. Like the guitar
Yeah.
player has a riff, and we just start following his riff, and then next thing I know, I'm just like the vocal line is in my head, and it's not like, you know, I don't think about it. Just I don't even have a choice. It's like there's no other way. Can you change that? It's like no, I can't even change it. Like it has to be like that for me, you know. Anyway.
Yeah. Simon just unearthed a classic photo from 2010 of
Oh
you.
yeah.
He's going to put it up on screen there. So
Okay.
old school stuff there. There you go.
2010. I wonder where we're at.
Yeah. So with like a mohawk going on and everything there.
Oh yeah, Wasteland. That's probably like Wasteland shit.
Perfect.
I don't know. I used to always have mohawks. I was like let my hair grow and cut a mohawk and then shave it off. But yeah, I don't know. I stopped wearing mohawks. Like I do deliveries everywhere and like go down I don't want to go down to Kanawage, the white guy with the mohawk, you know.
You go to Kanawaki on business?
Sometimes yeah, I have, you know.
Okay.
It's just like
There's a good brewery there.
yeah.
Yeah, they have the Kanawaki brewery.
Microbrasserie. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta check that out.
Check it out, and you can only buy their beers there because since it's on a reserve,
Right.
they can't distribute to the rest of Quebec like
Oh
normal
wow.
microbreweries. So if you
But
go
they
there,
can control all their shit as they want.
exactly. If you go there, buy all their shit.
Oh, cool. Wicked. That's awesome.
In chat, Joël Lamontagne asks, how do you come up playing the Montebello Rockfest with Jérémy Gabriel? What do you mean, Joël? Like after Jérémy Gabriel? I don't know. I don't know what he means with that
Who's
question.
Jérémy Gabriel? Does he run Rockfest?
No, I think it was that little kid there that used to sing stuff weird there. The guy against Mike Ward.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, the handicap
Yeah.
person?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Because he played that Rockfest, I believe. That's what he means.
Who
Anyways.
Jérémy Gabriel?
Yeah, he sings.
They brought him on stage. Oh, really? There's a band?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Anyways,
I want to see it. How's it?
Check that stuff. So talk about the latest album called Beyond the Wall, the process, the topics, and the artwork. Tell us all about that stuff.
Sure. So it was pandemic. We had crazy lockdown. You know, you couldn't go to anybody's house, you couldn't be on the street after 7. But for whatever reason, our jam spot was still open. So every week we could go and practice and just record everything. It's like the only opportunity to let off some steam too, you know, have some beers and just have a bit of a party, whatever. So we recorded like a lot of material, and we were saying like we're gonna have a triple album by the end of this. There's so many songs going on, but none of them were finished. So eventually we 2021 April we booked a studio and just focused on like 10 songs and laid them down. Like lyric wise, you know, sticking true to our post-apocalyptic theme, you know, end of world times, motorcycling through craters and shit, you know, even it like wasteland style, Mad Max.
Okay, so it's all about the wasteland and like, so it's like a dystopian future related.
Yeah,
to
that's
type
kind of been the concept
shit.
of the band since day one. You know, we're really into Mad Max, and we're just like, and we lived at Fatale, like what is now Fatale. It's like the Turcon interchange. We lived in a warehouse next to train tracks, and there was an abandoned train yard with like overpasses going over it. And we're like, this is post-apocalypse world right here. You know, like we called it the wasteland, like the highways in the sky and all this shit. Like that's in the lyric in the song Wasteland. And yeah, so we're just still sticking true to our, you know, what I got saying in the interview. It's kind of, it's like it's been a constant theme just because I think it's cool, but like the world is going to shit also. So it's like this is kind of going to become more true eventually.
Exactly, it fits the state of things, right?
One thing I forgot, we have like I recorded an album with the original members before they left. We did a whole album. We never released it. And one of the songs on it was called The Waves of Destruction. And it was about this fucking tidal wave that like takes out everything. And then that was, I shit you not, like we recorded it. And like a month later, that crazy tsunami hit Southeast Asia and like was like crazy devastating.
Yeah, in that tsunami is where the singer for Nazem passed away.
He passed away. Fuck. Terrible.
So it was like all timed and shit. That's crazy stuff.
Like it wasn't timed. It just I did it the song because whatever, you know, we were tornado or whatever, but happened to be that, and then it happened. But so that's it. There's like, you know, there's a song about solar winds. It's about like a solar flare that's coming just to take out, just to, you know, destroy all life on Earth as we know it. But we don't know. We're just sitting here like no one knows.
No one knows. Exactly.
They talked. I was listening to a radio show podcast about the comet that took out the dinosaurs. And I don't know. They're just describing how like for them it was just like a split second. Like their life as you know it, they fucking dominated the world for centuries, for like thousands of years, however long, and then just like a blink of an eye, boom, comet hits and like
it's over.
It's done. Yeah, especially the ones like around that area.
It's the type of stuff that could happen any day. So
it's terrible. And did you see that movie? Don't Look Up.
Yep, that was a fucked up social commentary movie, man.
It's like that's happening though, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was really fucked up because
I can't change. Like I gotta put gas in my car to go to work. Like, you know.
Yeah. People are continue living their lives and they have no idea. It's fucked up.
Like Halloween, all the kids with all the candy, and it's just like, look how much garbage we're making. Like, yeah.
Yep, for sure.
I'm not like better than anybody else. It's crazy. Anyway.
I'm gonna open a second beer, which is from the same brewery, Hermit, but this one is a Dubel. So it's a Belgian inspired beer. And I highly enjoy Dubel beers usually. So I can't wait to try this one out. They're usually on the brownish color type beers. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got. Reds? Here. I like all sorts of beers, like all kinds of
everyone.
Every
cotton candy beer.
Sour beers are my sour beers are what I don't like.
They're not your favorite. Yeah.
Nah. Sometimes, like when it's super hot out and I just want to have like something refreshing, it could be fun. I'd
say the last 3 years though, like the microbrewery thing is so insane, isn't it? Like there's so many microbreweries, so many kinds of beers. The we're talking.
Yep.
Sour beers.
I work in a microbrewery store, so I see all that
like
stuff.
A chocolate coffee beer the other day or something.
Exactly. I have like at work, there's like jalapeno beers, man.
Yeah. Grilled cheese sandwich beer.
It's pretty much like honestly.
Beers coming soon, I think.
So obviously we can't skip out on what Anik wrote in chat during our live last time. She was saying that Metalian is also Metal Ian. Let's talk about the name of the
Sure.
band. So what is it?
Yeah, it's Metalian.
Yeah.
You could say Metalian, like physically it is, but I always say like it wasn't my idea. Put it
Okay.
that way. Yeah, it was the first guitar player was like, it's cool, man. It's like Metalian, and your Ian is like Italian. Like, okay, I don't really know if I wanted to be like my name on the band name. But then I saw on the back of the Defenders of the Faith, the machine there, the robot, it's called the Metalian. So like, okay, well, it's good enough for Priest. It's good enough for me. Then that makes sense. We sound like them too. Like we have the sing high like that. We got the dueling guitars. So yeah, okay. So that's where it came from, and I didn't look back. And it's funny because you're bringing it up, and it's been brought up before. But a lot of people don't even know that my name is Ian, so they don't. It's just like Metalian is like it's another thing, like separate from me. It's its own entity or whatever.
Exactly.
Doing
No,
its own thing.
it was just kind of funny that she brought it up, and I was like, that's a
Yeah.
hilarious story.
Man, Nick, she was at like our first show in like a house in Ottawa, like
Yep.
-40 in February. She had Morbid Tales zine. She had us in like that. She was like, she's always been there for us. So
Well, exactly.
really
My next question
thank
was
her.
to bring that up. You guys signed on her label, which is Temple of Mystery Records,
Yeah.
but you have a long story with Anik all the way through your career with a bunch of
She's like single-handedly the reason we toured Mexico. Like she got us in touch with we toured with her the first time,
Yep.
with Koshmar and Voltax from Mexico, amazing band. And so like it was a perfect fit when she was like, I didn't even know she was starting the label, and when she said she would be interested in putting out the new album, I was like, of course. Like we unfortunately had a falling out with our last label, and so it was like everything was perfect, and she's doing amazing work for us. We're already getting a lot of exposure and stuff, so
everything she does is
she's a
super great.
force. She is a force.
Yeah. And I can't wait. I haven't announced it, but you guys are going to learn it here today. I'm going to have her on the podcast in December. So that should be a pretty fucking great experience to have her on the podcast. She's a great person. And we've had a bunch of her albums from Temple of Mystery Records here on Metal Minded. So
yeah,
it's going to be a great episode.
She got a good ear.
Yeah, and I'm happy to see you guys on there. That's a great place for you to be. Everything on Temple of Mystery is old school, so you guys fit that place so well. As a band, I mean, there's a bunch of different aspects to being a band. There's the music, there's the image, there's the sound, there's a bunch of stuff. There's the live performance. But for you or for the band, what is most important for Metalian?
Like playing shows. And
And
recording good albums.
Okay. So just all about playing shows as much as possible.
I think we're all aware of what playing music means to us in our lives. It's not about making money. Like we have jobs for that. It's about exercising your artistic muscle or whatever. It's about an event, a release. So man, I mean, we're not going to be touring a lot. We got kids, we play shows and have a good time. I also like the fact like not touring too much, because especially the way I sing, I won't have a voice after like a year if I'm touring like 200 shows a night a year. But yeah, so just, my personal goal is just like keep putting out good albums, play festivals if we get a chance, or just tour as much, like play around as much as we can. Just not like we're never going to be a road band that tours all the time. That's what
okay, but playing shows is top tier priority.
I mean, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Like
I know,
party. It's a party. Like, and we party when we jam. But then when you take that to a group of like a room full of people, and then you all party together, it's like it's amazing. You know,
It's quite the feeling to just bring all that energy. It's all the energy that the crowd feeds you at the same
Yeah.
time. So it's like you take all of that and it just feeds. It's insane the feeling that
like
you
we're
get.
having fun on our own,
Yeah.
you know, and we want everyone else to have fun too, and people can see that.
Yeah. Oh, I've sung in bands, so I know exactly
You
the
know what I'm
feeling.
talking
It's
about.
just fuck, man. It's so much fun.
That's
Um,
what, but that's the like bottom line. It has to be fun.
it has to be
Like,
fun.
why the fuck are you doing it if it's not fun?
Yeah, if it ends up not being fun. I've said this
It's gonna
even
make
about the podcast before because people sometimes ask me, does it get hard to like do 2 episodes a week, always live? We have to be available every
Yeah,
single
that's a lot.
Wednesday and every Sunday. And I'm like, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't fun.
Yeah, it sounds like torture if it wasn't
Like,
fun.
I mean, this is not a paying job. This is not
Yeah.
something that I do because money comes out of it. No, I do it
No.
because I enjoy it and it's fun and I love meeting people. I love talking
Yeah,
to different
connection.
artists. I love having our chat that is always so active, always in the scene. I mean,
This is like the
it's
good
fun.
part of the internet.
Exactly.
Like it's the positive part of the internet, as opposed to
It's
like
where
a
it's where
lot of
everyone
negative
has fun.
shit.
Yeah, exactly. So there's I mean, everything about what metal is supposed to be fun. So I'm glad to hear you say it.
Yeah,
You do shows because it's fun. I do this show because it's fun. So obviously you are in a scene that is very old school. You dive into that heavy metal, sometimes speed, sometimes thrash, sometimes rock. We don't care. It's just heavy metal. And I mean, not a lot of bands are doing it in Quebec. So, how alive is the heavy metal scene in Quebec? And if it's not very alive, where do you get most of the support for the art that you create?
no, I think it's alive, but it's just there's been a bit of a void since Catacombs closed down. I think the venue
Oh,
Catacombs in
that's in
Montreal.
my questions later on. So
Yeah, that
I'll
kind
hit.
of that's a big thing. You know, they closed. That was like, no, we're playing at Foufs in a couple weeks. It's just gonna be nice, December 3rd with Reanimator.
Love the Reanimator guys.
Yeah,
Those
Reanimator's
guys are
great.
so much
We
fun.
played with them like in 2003 or something. Like,
Yeah,
knowing them for like 20 years almost. That's awesome. That
they
was
have
really cool
the
that they
singer.
asked us to play with them.
The singer has a brewery now, so
Yeah, yeah. Is it Repentigny or Terrebonne
L'Assomption.
or is that something cool? Yeah. So what was the question? Sorry.
So how alive is the scene in Quebec?
Oh yeah. So it's still alive. I just like I can only see from my perspective. Like I mean, I go to a lot of punk shows, see a lot of there's like a great punk rock festival a couple weeks ago called the Search for the Sun, which was like packed. It was amazing. But like metal shows, I have like I mean I haven't been. I didn't go to the Merciful Fate one, but I guess it's amazing. But like as far as like smaller bands and stuff like that, I don't know. There's so like like Fatal that is also crucial to the scene in Montreal. Like that's keeping things afloat. Like they never closed the whole pandemic. They kept having shows like in the. Have you ever been? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I've never
Maybe
been.
not. Oh, okay, yeah. It's like I don't know what you call it, underground venue. It's where
Okay.
where we used to live, like on the train tracks.
Okay.
So it's like very noisy because literally you could like reach the train from the door. So it's shaking the building. So they have shows there. Like no one's ever gonna fucking want to live there. You're right on the train tracks, so you don't have to worry about noise complaints and that kind of thing. And they have shows like solid. That's a pretty amazing. I don't know. Montreal is pretty good for shows. Yeah.
Nice.
But,
What bands in your genre do you like enjoy?
gonna shout out right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I was saying like Varney was like a Zeal. I mean, War Crushers, friends of mine. It's like a DB metal, DB kind of thing. Really cool, really great band.
Nice.
Yeah, trying to think, but yeah, that's about it. I don't know. I guess I don't go out as much as I used to either. Now that I have a kid.
Oh, that happens, man. I have 3 kids. I don't get to go
Yeah,
as many shows as I would like to.
yeah.
But I mean, when buddies are in town, I always try and go, but I often miss out
I wish I
on.
had more to offer in terms of like shouting out other bands, but yeah, I'm kind of going blank. Like I can't really think.
It's all good. If you think of bands later, just shout them out
But it's
randomly in
the
the middle of
pandemic.
the
It's the
episode.
pandemic messed everything up, man. Everything is different now. You know?
Yep, for sure.
Everything is different. I've seen guys that I used to play with, like this guy was this band called Power by Death. They're an awesome band. But like now I've seen them. One guy, I've seen him like in his plumbing company, and the other guy like working security at a school, and like they're like, "Oh, Metalian, what's up? Hey, what's up?" Like, I'm doing a delivery there, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you know, we knew each other for playing shows, and now we just have we're older and we got our jobs, and just like, oh, it's like you still play? Oh yeah, man, you guys still play? No, not really anymore. I got a new album. It's like, oh man, I know the one guy, he said, when Metalian's playing trackside again, I know the pandemic will be over or something like that. Like he's like, can't wait for that to happen again.
Nice.
It was rough. It was a rough couple of years.
Yeah, it was
Deep
rough.
dark.
I mean, you're talking about like meeting up with people that knew your band or stuff like that.
Yeah, with other bands that we played with. You know?
Exactly. I talked about it on a different episode, but at one point at my work, this dad and this kid come in and they have like grind t-shirts, like grindcore bands, and I'm like, oh, fucking awesome. I'm gonna talk to these people for sure, right? And I sell beer, so I mean, I'm talking to the dad, and then at one point we're talking about bands. I'm like, oh, I've been in bands, I've sang before. And then he's like, oh yeah, what have you sang in? So I tell him about my old band Mortor, and the kid's jaw
He knew it.
drops. Like, dude, you are no, he's like, you are my favorite band. I'm like, what the fuck?
Crazy.
And he was a kid, man. I mean, he was like 17, 18 tops.
Yeah.
His favorite band was Mortor, the band that I sang in for a few years. I mean, that was just crazy. He starts name dropping the songs, and I'm like, holy fuck, he knows his shit. That was crazy. That was a good moment.
That must have felt awesome.
It does. Like, I mean, damn, I still think about that moment. I'm like, I've never had that happen ever before. It was just once in a lifetime.
Especially from a kid, it's cool.
Yeah, exactly. Like next generation type shit. It was really cool. So as a band, since 2003, what has surprised you the most from Metalian?
Surprised me.
Surprised you in a good or bad way, like stuff that has happened in the band, and you're like, holy fuck, I never thought this would happen. Or
yeah, I mean, that festival I was talking about, the Keep It True one, that was a moment like that, because it was filmed and everything. I think there's a video from that show, and I think it's like our most viewed video on YouTube or something like that. But like, yeah, like what I think it was the next day or maybe 2 days after, and we were like on tour, but ended up stopping at the driver's house. And he put it on like his big screen TV, the video of us playing that, you know, and was like laughing, but I was like crying because it's just so awesome, you know, so stoked. But yeah, nice. I don't know what's really surprised me. I've always just been like, I'm not gonna stop if people want me to keep going, you know. As long as people want me to keep going, why would I stop? But if people stop wanting me to keep going, I would just stop. And I got other things to do too, you know. Just like I've always got that support, like, man, no, don't stop, keep going, keep doing it. You know?
I agree, don't stop, man.
Why would I stop, man? Yeah. But yeah, nothing's really surprised me. I just think everything's kind of par to the core, you know. You keep chipping away, you keep doing your thing, and have fun, and whatever, you know. What do you expect? I got no expectations. I got the cake, you know. Anything else is icing on top, you know. I got the cake. This is awesome. Like, we're playing music we love, and like now that you guys are interviewing us and stuff, it's like really cool. But like, I already felt good about it, you know. I don't know. understand what I mean. But
Yeah, I know, it's amazing. I mean, you've had a pretty good career up to now. You're going like
yeah,
this
it's been
next year.
positive. It's all positivity.
It's going to be 20 years career for Metalian. I mean,
Yeah, that's weird.
that's
That was weird.
crazy.
Like
Do you guys
like
have anything lined up for that 20 years of
no,
career as a
no,
band?
no, no. Nah, I
May-
don't know.
Maybe more shows just for a
Yeah,
year.
just same, keep going. But it's weird, like we played a show and yeah, I was like playing the song Conquest. It's like one of our first songs that we wrote. It was like this song is 20 years old, and I'm like, God damn, it's weird.
That is pretty fucking cool though to say. That's a really
Yeah.
awesome thing to say. This song is 20
Yeah,
years
it's
old.
also cool. Yeah.
Um
Just getting old, man. It's weird. Like middle age shit.
Yeah, but I mean, at what point during the career of the band did you go like, holy shit, this is a turning point? Like we've made it bigger than we thought we would ever do, right? Because you're having fun, but at one point you go and you're like, holy fuck, we did
Moments
great.
to that. Yeah, there's been moments to that.
So what was that moment?
Oh, I guess like when we right before the pandemic, we signed with High Roller Records in Germany, and they re-released all our old albums, and they paid for us to do a new album, and like that's when we went to Europe the last time, like the fall before the pandemic hit, and played some big festivals and stuff. And I was like, okay, if there's any time that you get like a shot or whatever, and like we're going to go play 2 big festivals, one in Germany, one in France, like you're reaching a lot of people right there, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So I was like, this is the, you know, like this is the shot. And we did a great job. We played like great. Everyone, like, it was grueling because we had to drive 5 hours from Berlin, play festival, drive 5 hours back to Berlin to fly to south of France, to drive 3 hours to play like the next day, you know, like with no sleep. This is like we were rough. But like, you know, wouldn't change for the world. Like you couldn't say no to playing those shows. And yeah.
Nice. So that was really when you went like, holy
So that's
fuck.
when I was like, this is it. Yeah, it's our chance to do that. But it
Nice.
after that tour, everything fizzled and there's nothing. It's like dead water. So I was like, okay, well that's the clear answer to me, you know. But then it's like, well, I'm not gonna stop. Of course I'm not gonna stop. I love playing fucking rock and roll.
Yeah.
I love fucking my boys, you know, like we have a great time. Everybody has a great time. Who gives a damn? You know?
Exactly.
Anyways, so and that label, yeah, they dropped us over something really ridiculous. Like what happened was they sent us so much money that we couldn't take it out of the PayPal. They froze our account for 6 months. And when I tried to order more stuff from them, the first payment didn't make it, and they got offended by that. But then we sent it again, but they were just like, "No, you guys fucked us over. Like you already." I don't know. It was weird. Like they're from Germany, and we are going to tour Germany. We can only bring so much merch with us in a suitcase. I'm like, can I buy more merch when we go there? You know? And they didn't even answer my email or say nothing. I'm like, don't you want to promote your own band, like on your label, that we're playing festivals in your country? Like, no answer. Cold shoulder. Oh.
Damn, that sucks.
And it was all because I missed one interview. And they're just like,
damn.
Because I was on vacation. I didn't check my my email. I didn't know.
Eh.
It's pretty crazy, man. It was pretty
stuff happens for a reason, and then now you're on Temple of Mystery, which is even better for you guys.
Yeah, now we're on the shoe that fits.
Exactly. I mean, you talked about it earlier, but Catacomb, you guys even released a live at Catacomb album. Was that before it closed, or what happened there?
Of course.
No, but I mean, did you release it because you knew it was closing?
Oh, no, not even. We just want to do a live album.
Okay. So and it was at Catacomb, so.
And it was, that was the place. With Carl Roberts, who like was working there too.
Yep.
You know, I don't know if you know Carl, but he's awesome. He comes to our jams and hangs out and records us, and like making music videos now. It's awesome. And everybody's helping everybody out.
Nice.
He came over to record us jam. We were like trying to pay him for the taxi. And he's like, no, won't take the money. Like, what do you want to pay? I wouldn't come here if I didn't want to come here. You don't have to pay me to come here. Good friend. Carl's the man.
Nice. No, I mean, Catacomb closing was such a sad fucking story.
That was emotional, actually. Yeah. Last show we played at Catacombs was with Voivod. It
Damn.
was like 2 days before the last show. There was like 2 more shows after, I think, but it's like December 28 or something.
Okay.
That was cool.
Yeah,
It
Catacomb.
was a nice way to say goodbye. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, that place was such an amazing
Hats
place.
off to Janik. Long day.
Exactly. No, it was a cool place. It was
Everybody
a gathering place for everyone in Montreal. That was
else. Fucking skulls on the walls of the fucking balcony and everything. It was amazing.
Yeah. No,
That
it
was
was
cool.
it was super fun and rip Catacomb, but I mean, cheers to everyone and everything that was involved with the
For
Catacomb.
sure.
That was a great
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I had the chance to play there once, and great place.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a third beer. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Right back.
Yeah, well, since Yalain left without telling me, I'll ask a question I sometimes ask. What was the well, you might have said it a bit earlier, but what album got you like into metal, or what album got you, okay, I want to play guitar, I want to sing, or whatever, you know? What was the biggest influence, or where did
I
it
guess like my favorite band, one of my favorite bands when I was growing up was the Misfits.
Yeah. Okay.
And then like as I got older, like Led Zeppelin, like Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath and stuff, but then like Danzig, you know,
Mhm.
it was like more metal, but still punk kind of.
Yeah.
So that kind of started the transformation, I guess, like whatever, just like the knowledge. Like I started and also at the time, like as I was learning about this stuff, I was getting better at guitar, so I could actually like, emulate this stuff, you know, jam with those guys. Because that's my favorite thing, like put on an album and just play guitar with it, jam with them.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So then from there, you know, with Motorhead. And remember first time someone showed me Iron Maiden, I thought it was kind of funny. Like it was just too over the top for me, you know. It's like spandex and hair. I'm like, dude, this is like, I can't do that. It's funny, but then, you know, it grows on you. It grew on me.
Yeah.
But then after that, I was like, Judas Priest, like, okay, this is like way better, you know. And then you're just going down a rabbit hole. So yeah, it's all jambalaya now in my brain.
Yeah, like the high pitched vocal, like you know, I'm 41, so we're probably close.
I'm 39.
Yeah, so you know, like the 90s with like, you know, like Misfits and punk rock and all that, and then once you start listening to the 80s stuff with the high pitched vocals, at first you're like,
it's weird because we kind of like learned it backwards. If you learn it backwards in that sense, chronologically.
Yeah.
Most is like, it would surprise me to meet a lot of people that were like into punk that grew up on metal, but then they're into punk. Because me, it was the opposite. It was like grow up punk, and then I got more into metal. But anyway.
Yeah, no, well, me too, same thing. It took me a little while, and well, I've said it before, and Yolin's a big fan of that band too. Is that band 3 Inches of Blood in the 2000s?
Yeah,
we're doing like
that was my fucking jam. I love that band.
I've seen them.
That's what got me into like, oh, high pitched vocal.
Remember that was a thing. That was
it's like you don't need to wear spandex to sing high pitch. Okay, I'm in then. You know, I like it.
And I have a really distinct story about 3 Inches of Blood. I went to the first ever Heavy Montreal when it came out, and 3 Inches of Blood were playing that festival.
Right, yeah, I remember that.
And we had this hotel room that we had rented. And I wake up in the morning and we get ready to go to the Heavy Montreal. I'll go downstairs and there was like a free continental breakfast with our hotel room, right? And I'm grabbing my breakfast and I see this guy in the corner of my eye. I'm like, holy fuck, that's the singer for 3 Inches of Blood. He's at the same fucking shitty hotel that I'm at. So my buddy's like, hey, you should go talk to him. I'm like, I'm not going to fucking go talk to him. It's early morning. He's trying to eat breakfast. He doesn't want to talk to me, right? He's like, just go talk to him. He's going to enjoy it. So I went up to him and I'm like, dude, I can't wait to see you guys later. He's like, oh, you're a fan. And I start talking to him. He was super chill dude. He was there with his wife. And I mean, that was crazy fun. I love 3 inches.
That's cool.
3 inches of blood are so fucking good. I mean,
Yeah, kill the orcs. Kill
man,
the orcs. Destroy the orcs.
I'm so sad they don't exist anymore. Man, you should do a 3 inches of blood cover at some point. That would be awesome.
I remember that heavy MTL I had. My buddy was working backstage and he got me a job like carpentry, but I was just like putting plywood on the ground, like nailing it into the ground. We had to move like Anthrax's gear. I ended up seeing Anthrax on the side stage with Tommy Lee from fucking Motley Crue, like standing right next to me. Fucking, it was like Iron Maiden and was it Kiss? No, it wasn't Kiss.
No, Kiss wasn't there. No,
who was it? Iron Maiden was one night.
Iron Maiden was one. Motley Crue was the next.
Motley Crue was the next. That's it.
Yeah,
that was dope.
That was a
great.
sick fucking.
The first 2 or 3 heavy MTLs were really good.
Oh, I know.
After that, it went down.
I had so much fun at the Heavy Montreals. They were just insane.
And there's some people, they went and they buried vodka in the fucking hills, and then when they went in, they went and dug up their vodka. They had,
No fucking way. Those people are my heroes. Those people are my heroes.
Pretty genius. They know where the fence is going. Okay, perfect.
That is amazing, dude.
Yeah.
I remember the first heavy with the Iron Maiden and Motley Crue. What was pretty crazy is I had brought my little brother. He's 5 years younger than me. And at that time I was 20. So my brother was 15. And I gave him as a birthday present his ticket to that Heavy Montreal. So I brought him to that show. I will always remember how his eyes just shined just watching the bands, and he was holding my hand. He was like hurting me holding my hand just because he was so excited and so scared at the same time, because he had never seen a single show in his life. His first show was that first Heavy Montreal in its entirety.
That's a good introduction. Goddamn.
So now he still listens to metal and he enjoys that stuff. But I mean, that was his first show that I brought him to, and oh man, we had a blast. And then we went 3 years later. He was 18 and we went, and we had gone for like 5 days to Montreal. Like, we chilled in Montreal. We went to the Heavy Montreal, went to La Ronde, just chilled, and it was super fucking awesome to do it again. But then he could drink beer at that point.
Oh yeah. Nice.
So that was great. I mean,
hot out there.
Oh yeah. Yes, for sure.
It's like dangerously hot, but yeah.
So I mean, you're concentrated on Metalian very much. I mean, that's where you concentrate all of your musical energy, I believe. Do you ever get the urge to try and explore different styles, or is it so much into you that this is what you want to do?
No, I'm very explore all musical styles, like, at all times. But as far as having a band to do it or something, like, I don't have enough time for anything else. I got Metalian. I had 5 bands at one point, man. Like, you don't have a day for yourself ever. It's crazy. So
I know your bassist is a pretty busy guy.
Yeah.
Well, he's in Cauchemar. He's in Cauchemar with Anik.
Yeah, and his girlfriend's band, Bruno's band. I can't remember.
Well, I know he's in Infection.
Infection also. Yeah. And he does like 5 bands. I don't know. He plays a Pagan Altar too.
Pagan Altar. There you go. He's a fucking busy guy.
But that guy is a musical genius.
Does he have kids though?
No, he doesn't.
There you go. Yeah. That is the key.
Simplifies it a bit. It does.
That is the key to having so many bands. Is not having kids. See, that's the advantage. Like, I was in a band when we started the podcast. I was in the band with Smoke, which is Cruel Faith, which is an old school death metal band. And at one point, I had to choose, like, where do I put my time? Do I continue this podcast, or do I continue a band? And as much as I love being a front man, being like front stage screaming my guts out in front of everybody. This
Can't
podcast
do that all the
has
time.
this podcast has given me the door to all these metal musicians, all this fucking scene that I love. And I do it from the comfort of my home, talking to you guys. My kids are asleep right upstairs. And I mean, it's a fun thing to have. And I'm still involved in the scene, right? So it's different. It's not the same because I'm not singing in front of everybody, but I mean, I still have that same passion. It's that metal music. The scene in Quebec to me has always been a passion.
Exercising it.
Exactly. Like you were talking about Reanimator.
I just remember the name of Bruno's band's Capitur.
Oh, there you go.
Andre's other band, yeah.
There you go. So like you were talking about Reanimator earlier, and I want to tell you something about that. Reanimator came and played here in Get Snow, which was like there's Get Snow and Hull. It's all in the same area, but Hull is like close by. Like, and they were playing in a church basement in Hull, and it was their first lineup. Not the guys that are in the band now. It was before that, and they
still
had
the same drummer and the same singer.
It was a singer. Okay. The rest of the band wasn't there.
Okay.
And they did a Judas Priest cover, and it was pretty fun. And
what song?
What was it? You Got Another Thing Coming.
And
it was really fun. And I have their first demo. And when I had them on the podcast, I showed them the demo, and they were like, "Fuck you, we don't even have it." So I have their first demo, and they don't even have a copy of it themselves.
Crazy. Yeah. I've had that happen to me a few times too.
Yeah, I need to do a merch haul from you there. I need some of that stuff that you have because my CD collection is lacking Metalian.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I'll hook you up, man. We have a bunch. We have so much merch right now. It's crazy. We have to set up like an online store, but we're just so lazy, like so hard. So much.
It's a part of the job.
But we should be doing it. We should be better at that.
Yeah, it's a part of the job that's hard. It's not the fun part, right? Because you have to take care of a lot of stuff. And I mean, social networking is not a fun part sometimes. It's a job by itself, but I mean, it has to be done.
Yeah.
If you want to get the word out there about how amazing your music is.
Yeah. And it's like it's a matter of respect, you know.
Exactly.
People care enough to ask you to fucking do a podcast. So you're gonna say no? That's rude.
No, like I mean, it's a different world now. You have to push your music through because there's new music every single day.
Like there's how 8 billion people, man. What is 8 billion? We just hit it.
Exactly, 8 billion was hit not long ago.
Like yesterday.
We're officially 8 billion people on the planet.
Bands? How many metal bands is that? That's a lot. That's a lot of metal bands.
It's a lot of metal bands. It's like people ask me sometimes also, how do I choose what reviews to do? Obviously, I'm going to prioritize everything that's Quebec made. I mean, I want to shine and promote on the Quebec scene, and the rest is pick and go. I mean, every week there's over 100 releases.
There's a lot.
I can't review 100 releases a week. No. So it's pick and choose, have fun, and just enjoy what we do. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with one last question to have fun, and then obviously I'm gonna mention what's coming up for Metal Minded, and then we can have a drink on the after party. Let's have an after party. It's been a while, so if people in the chat want to come chill after, hit us up. So for our last question, we're going to go with what Simon calls his question bonbon. So question bonbon, it can be a trick question. Yeah, it can be a trick question. It can be a fun question. This one's going to be fun. So you can go on tour with 4 other bands, Dream Tour, Metalian, and 4 other bands. Who are
no matter of time wise?
No matter of time wise. You can even say a time period of a band if you want. So, I mean, you get 4 bands with you on tour and you're going to tour the world. Who are they?
Yeah, it's got to be.
It's going to be Priest.
Motorhead, Priest, Sabbath. Who would be? I don't know. Tina Turner.
Damn. Okay. And who? Let's go. What order are the bands playing?
Oh,
So you,
well, yeah. So, was it Motorhead? Okay, yeah. It's got to be.
and you guys are on there.
Basically in that order, too. Motorhead, Priest, Sabbath, headliner, Tina Turner. Steel Claw.
Tina Turner is gonna
Private
headline.
Dancer. Yeah,
That
with all
is
the
so-
band, but all the bands come out and they do like medleys and all their.
I think Simon
Turner,
Rocker,
right.
which is Simon Rocker, which is the guy in your band, obviously,
Yeah.
says Thin Lizzy should be on that tour.
Oh yeah, Thin Lizzy would be fucking amazing too.
Thin Lizzy is a great band.
I listened to nothing but Thin Lizzy for like 5 years straight. I swear. Very like nothing but, you know. And then it's
That's
like
such a good
I
band.
can't go back. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Awesome. So thank you very much, Ian. That was a
Yeah, man.
great interview with you. It was
Pleasure,
amazing
man.
having you. We loved your album at Metal Minded. Every single one of
sweet.
us fucking enjoyed it. It was amazing. Can't wait to have my hands on that CD. Obviously,
Thank you.
don't forget, like, subscribe, our shit. That's fun. What's coming up for Metal Minded? Wednesday, we're back with our reviews. Defleshed, Dark Throne, Untimely Demise, and Bark. Once again, really fucked up week. We have a bunch of different styles. It's going to be really intense. Let's have fun. And next Sunday, we're going to talk with the band Prowl, which is a really intense band. Like, I mean, these guys want to rip you apart, and it's going to be really fun talking to them. So
yeah, their album from I think it's 2022. I think it's from
Yep.
this year. I think is amazing.
It's pretty fucking insane. So hit us up next Sunday to watch Prowl with us. Simon in chat says, thanks, Yella. Hey, no problem, guys. I fucking love your album. Fucking love supporting the scene. And obviously, everyone here loves Metalian, and we can't wait to follow your stuff. So if you guys want to hit us up, a little after party, let's have some beers.
Hey, Elena, I'd like we didn't say it during the podcast, but I'd like to shout out the two amazing big ass racing tires that Ian has.
Right?
I know.
Bring back the white letters.
Are those like are those permanent decorations in the background?
No, I just bought them, man. I got a great deal on Kijiji. $140. $140 for 4 tires. They're a little bit dry rot, but I think they'll do the trick.
That's awesome.
Actually, my mechanics, when you put my summer tire, he asked me if I wanted the white labels, like the white
outside.
letters.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, fuck yeah. He's like, okay, yeah, let's do it. And then you
get the tire shine on that. Put some tire shine on that. Oh, there you go.
Very cool. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Listen. Dreams can come true. Dreams can come true.
Fucking for sure. So Ian, last word, my friend, word of advice for everybody, and then we close this up.
Stay fit and have fun.
Sounds good. Cheers, everybody. Hit us up for the link for the after party if you guys want to join us. See you later. Cheers.